Guys, so I'm doing a makeup haul today with mini reviews. I didn't make videos or buy makeup for a long time, but during that time frame, and I would say, I don't know, maybe that was over like what, 3 month period, 2.5 months, something like that. I kept doing declutters anyway and throwing out the old stuff, and my collection was just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then I started getting interested in makeup again, and so I was buying these things at like places like Walmart, CVS, Target, that sort of thing. Nothing was ordered online from what I'm going to show you. So I have some thoughts about them, and I just figured I would show you. It's all, drugstore, discount store type makeup. I did place a couple of orders, though, online for things that are more expensive that I should be showing you very soon. I think both. Well, one thing is more expensive, and the other thing is more drugstore makeup, but I just couldn't find it at the stores around here because it was too new. So anyways, I'll show you those things when they come in. But let's get right into it. I'm going to show you these things in the order in which I would apply them to my face. Okay, so I got the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Concealers in the shade Brightener and Fair. And I've had these before, but I kind of missed them and wanted to play around with them. I had been using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer like every day for months and months, and that is a very good concealer, but I just wanted something different. So the reason why I got two colors is the shade Brightener, which is like a peachy beige, is you're supposed to use that as a corrector first, and then the other one I got is Fair, which you use as a concealer. So there's a number of different ways that you can use these. You can layer them together. You can layer them with foundation and powder. And I've been kind of playing around, and I feel like I got better results today with the way that I did it than the last time I used them. So maybe I'll do like a get ready with me video sometime and then just show you the way I'm currently doing it. I know you can still see lines and whatnot, but you have to take into consideration I am 59 years old, and if you look at anybody who is that old, you're going to see these indentations that appear as you get older. Plus I have allergies, and the tree pollen is unbelievable right now. So between those two things, I'm never going to get rid of them completely without some type of fillers or surgery or something, which I won't be doing. So I picked those up. And then this I got recently. This is the Essence Matte Bronzing Powder in shade number 1 Natural. I used to have an Essence bronzing powder that I think it was called Matte Bronzing Powder, but then the name of it was Luminous, which doesn't make any sense. But that was such a nice powder, and I don't really use bronzer on my face. I do contour my face with my AOA Studio contour stick in Nude, but I don't really bronze my whole face because it just doesn't look good with my skin tone. I was watching a tutorial that somebody was doing one day where they were having a makeup artist do their makeup, and the second that they put bronzer on their face, everything they had done was completely destroyed because the makeup was so beautiful, and then the person they were putting it on was quite pale, and it looked awful. And I thought, you know what? I think if you have light skin, sometimes it's just not worth it, especially if you have cool toned light skin. Bronzer just doesn't look that good. So I do have like warm tone eyeshadows on today and a warm tone lipstick, but I don't know. I just don't think bronzer looks good on me. or anyone who has really light skin. But if you like to do it, you do you. You know, I'm not criticizing anybody that does it that way. I just don't think it looks good on me. So anyways, what did I get this for? Because this is what it looks like. It's a huge pan. It was $5 and it is matte. But what I like Essence bronzers for now that I don't really bronze my face anymore is I like to use these as an eyeshadow. Anytime that you want a great transition shade for an eye look, I don't have it on today, ironically. I was going to use it, and then I used one of the shadows that was in the palette that I was using. But anytime you want a great transition shade when you're doing your eye makeup, and if there isn't one in the palette that you're using, or maybe you're playing around with singles, this is a great way to go. You can just grab this, and this is what you can use if you don't have something that you need. Now you can barely see that, right? But that's good for somebody like me. This is shade number 1. They do have a darker one, shade number 2. I forget what it's called. But what I like about the Essence one, so you can just barely see that, it just melts into your skin. So this is perfect for a transition shade. So I use this as an eyeshadow anyway. And I like that it's subtle and that it just kind of melts. So it works perfectly for that. Okay, so on one of the declutters that I did, I had to declutter, I don't remember if I had 1 or 2 black cream eyeshadows. Well, I had to get rid of them both because of their age. So instead of buying what I was decluttering, I bought this instead to replace them. This is the NYX Jumbo pencil in Black Bean. I like these pencils. They've been around forever. So anytime that I need a black base for something, which this works good with any kind of like a prismatic type eyeshadow or an eyeshadow that is deeper or darker or brighter in color. This would be good for duochromes, all those things I just mentioned is why you would need a black base. So I like to have at least one in my collection. So since I had to get rid of those others, this is what I got to replace it. And this is the NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade Aqua Green. And I had an eyeliner that was this shade, but it was a liquid liner. So I wanted a pencil one for my lower lash line. And I think they're discontinuing this. That's what it looks like. And yeah, I think this line of eyeliners is being discontinued because the only place I could find this was CVS. And they just came out with a brand new line of eyeliners that come in a ton of colors. So I think the new ones are replacing these. But I really like this color, and I wanted to buy some makeup at CVS one day, so I picked this up. But yeah, I think this is probably the equivalent of that in the new line. And then I did a whole video about this the other day. I think that was 2 videos back. This is Milani's the Violet one lash primer. So really like this. Been using it every day since I bought it, and it makes a big difference in making your mascara show up better. It volumizes the lashes like crazy, and I feel like it lengthens too. But I did a separate video on this, so you can just watch that if you want more information about that. But I picked that up recently. And then I had to throw all my mascaras away. And at the time, I wanted to replace my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So I bought this. This is the Revlon Volumizing Mascara. It's good. There's what the wand looks like. I like it. It's good, but it's not quite as good as the Essence one that I just said. So in a pinch, you know, if I didn't have the Essence one, I would use this and I would be pretty happy with it, especially with that lash primer underneath it. But I prefer the Essence one. And then, like I said, because I couldn't get the Essence one, I also got this. When I went to try to get the Essence one, they were out. So I got this Essence mascara instead. This is called You Better Work, and it's a length definition mascara, and it's waterproof, which I normally don't like waterproof mascaras, but this was the only one I could find in the line that said lengthening. That's what it looks like right there, the brush. This is a rubber brush, and the last one is like one of those wiry, fibery type brushes. Nylon bristles, I think is what they're called. And this one is rubber. But again, you know, this is okay, but I don't like it as much as Lash Princess False Lash Effect. So I was able to eventually find this. I just kept going back to this CVS in my neighborhood that carried this, and eventually I was able to get it. So now I've got the one that I like. I also picked up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe. Now, I've had this before, and I remembered liking it, but I couldn't remember how much I liked it in terms of other things that I have in my collection. So I picked it up again, and I've been playing around with it. I don't have it in my brows today, of course. It's, you know, that's the way it works out. But I remembered after using this a couple times that I do really like the color of this, and I do like how you're able to draw on little brush strokes at the beginning of your brow to make it look more natural. But the thing I don't like about this is it takes forever to deposit any color, and the pencil is a little dry, which makes it difficult to blend. So I like it, but I don't love it. I'm playing around. I have a lot of brow products. I kind of have a thing about those. So I'm playing around with all my brow products lately, and trying to remember like which ones I like the most and which ones I don't like and why. And what I have on today, since I'm talking about brows, I might as well mention this. This is what I used today. This is the Essence Eyebrow Stylist set. It comes with eyebrow stencils and 2 powders. I like this a lot, but it takes forever to do your brows with a powder and a brush. So I think when I used to use that, and by the way, they've revised the packaging now. It doesn't look like that anymore, but it looks like the product is the same. I saw it the other day when I was in the Essence section. They have something very similar to that, but the packaging doesn't look anything like that anymore. But yeah, when you use a powder to do your brows, it takes forever. But I do like the end result, and I feel like it does look very natural. But it's very time consuming. And then lastly, I bought one of these e.l.f. lipsticks that they have at Target. I think they're only $3. It's called the Seriously Satin lipstick, and I bought it in the shade Creme. I don't think I would buy any more of these. I don't care for the formula or the color. The color is too light for me. These kind of colors, I don't really think they look good on hardly anyone, because if you have light skin, you look washed out, and if you have a deeper skin tone, they look totally unnatural. So I don't know who is wearing a shade that is that light, but I don't know what I was thinking. I probably should have bought a different shade, but I don't like the formula either. It's like, how can I describe it? it's sort of thick and sits on the lips in a bad way. It's funny because satin lipsticks are a funny thing. Some of them that I've tried by certain brands, they can look so beautiful, but then others, not so much. I think the problem with satin lipsticks is if you have like a matte finish, not a matte finish, but like a cream. I guess what I'm trying to say is if it's a satin formula, you want it to have shimmer or glitter. Well, actually, I don't want glitter in anything anymore. But you want it to be shimmery because when it's just flat matte looking like that with a satin formula, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's a matte finish with a satin formula, it doesn't look good. That's been the case with me no matter what brand, and I should have realized that, but yeah, I don't. I know it's only $3, but I wouldn't buy any more of those. So those are some of the things I purchased lately. Like I said, I have 2 packages coming, and when those things come in, obviously I will show them to you, and I will do either a review or a tutorial or show them to you in some capacity. And one of the things that's coming, I actually already have one, and I enjoyed it so much that I ordered some more in different shades because it comes in different finishes. But we'll get there when those packages come in. So thank you for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.